Hey guys, so it's been a while since I've done one of my Netflix picks videos, and in case you're new to my channel, what this is there's a lot of stuff on Netflix, and I am the type of person that enjoys watching TV shows on Netflix. I like to find a good one, start from the beginning, and go through it. Once I find something good, my husband and I will sit down and watch one episode every night until we finish what is available to watch for the series. So there's a lot of crap out there that's not worth watching. So when I find something really good, I like to let you guys in on it. So if you're searching for something, you might want to check out one of the things that I recommend. So this is one of my recommendations. This is a brand new series on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. So it was created specifically for Netflix. And this is called SENSE8. And the title is a play on words. And it represents two different things. It represents, well, the number 8 is in the title. This focuses on a group of 8 people that are connected mentally, emotionally, and they're 8 strangers around the world. But it also is a play upon the word sensate, which is the word sensate. It means aware. And basically, it's just these 8 people are aware of each other. It starts off slowly, and then after a while, they realize that their connection to these other people is just really so strong that they know what's going on with each of them. Now, when I first started watching this show, I almost gave up on it. I almost didn't keep watching it after the first episode, and that is because there are so many characters on this show. Because it's not really even just 8 people, it's actually more than that. And there were so many people, so many characters, so many locations. Each person of this group of 8 is located in a different major city around the globe. And there's so much going on as you get to know these people that it was like almost too much. It was so overwhelming, and they don't really clue you in right away what is going on. And I almost didn't continue watching it after the first episode, but I'm really glad that I stuck with it, because about halfway through the second episode is when I feel like this all started to come together. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of information today that might actually make it easier for you if you do decide to watch this show, because just this brief information that I'm going to give you is going to be just enough information that it helps you see the whole picture, or it helps you be less confused, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I kind of wish that I had known this going into it. That way it would have made it easier to get into. Okay, so you have the group of 8 people. You have 8 people in 8 different locations around the globe. Who are these 8 people, and where are they, and who are they? I'm just going to give you a very brief rundown, and once you know this, then it'll be way less confusing when you watch the show. So one of the locations is Nairobi, Kenya, in Africa, and it's about a bus driver named Kafias. And that's all I'm going to tell you, because, you know, you want to watch the story unfold for yourself. But just knowing that will be helpful. When you see him, you'll go, oh, it's Kafias from Nairobi, the bus driver. The next character is a kickboxer and businesswoman named Sun, and she is located in Seoul, South Korea. And the next character is Nomi, who is a hacktivist from San Francisco, California. If you're not familiar with the term hacktivist, it's sort of a modern day version of a term for like a political activist or any kind of activist really. A hacktivist is someone who uses a computer to be an activist for any reason, any reason at all, really. The next character is Kala, who is from Mumbai, India, and she is a pharmacist who is about to get married. Oh, that I shouldn't have necessarily thrown in that little bit of information, but that's not giving anything away. The next person is Riley, who is a DJ in London, and she's not originally from London, but that's where she lives right now. The next person is Wolfgang, who is a locksmith and safecracker, and he is located in Berlin, Germany. The next character is Lido, who is an actor in Mexico City. And last but certainly not least is Will, who is a police officer in Chicago, Illinois. Now there are also some other characters in the show, obviously, that are going to be involved with these 8 characters, but these are the 8 characters who are linked together, and something happens, which you'll see in the very first episode, that is sort of the catalyst to link these people, and it involves the character played by Daryl Hannah. Now I'm sure a lot of you know who Daryl Hannah is. She's a very famous actress, and she is the key that links all these people together with an event that happens. There's also something going on in this show that's sort of a good versus evil thing, and there is a character, there are 2 characters that link that part of the storyline together. One of them is called Jonas, and this character is played by Naveen Andrews. If you watched the TV show Lost, then you might remember Saeed. Naveen Andrews is the actor that plays Jonas, who is one of these characters. I don't want to give too much away, because I want you to watch the show, because I think it's really great on so many levels. The other character is called Whispers, which, you know, kind of a dumb, silly name, but he plays he is the other character, which is played by, I didn't write down his name, but the guy that plays Whispers is more known for his stage work. He did a lot of Broadway plays and things like that, but he's also done some other stuff too, so he might look like a familiar face. There's a character, there's an actress in this show also who's involved with the character named Nomi, and she looks just like Alicia Keys, but it's not her. But when I first saw her, I was like, oh my god, Alicia Keys is doing acting now? No, it isn't Alicia Keys, it's just someone that looks a lot like her. Just, you know, heads up in case you see this woman and think that's who it is. It isn't. But yeah, this show is really great. It has a lot going on, not just getting to know the characters, but it's like a good versus evil thing. It's a we're all in this world together type thing, and even though you're not linked to 7 other people around the globe, you are part of a greater whole of people. You know, we are all living on this planet together, and in a sense we are linked together, and what affects one person affects everyone. I mean, all you have to do is turn on the news and you can see that every day. The world is becoming such a violent place. It feels like, I don't know statistically that it is becoming more violent, but it sure feels like it when I turn on the news every day. And if we don't become more aware of that and stop all this senseless violence, it's not going to get any better. So there's a lot going on in this show. It's really worthwhile. I feel like it's really relevant to the times we live in. There are also issues of gender, sexuality, relationships, and how we relate to each other. And there's so much going on in this show. I think it's a little overwhelming when you watch the first episode, but it's worth it. Stick with it to at least the second episode. If you aren't intrigued or interested after the second episode, then you're not going to be. But I would say watch the first 2 episodes, and then, you know, if you're interested or intrigued, or if you enjoy it on any level, then stick with it, because I think it's a really great show. The only other thing that I want to mention about this is that the Wachowski brothers are involved in this, in the production and direction and screenplay and all that sort of thing. And if you don't know who they are, I shouldn't say the Wachowski brothers, because it's no longer the Wachowski brothers. It's actually a brother and sister now. But if you're familiar with their work, they were the people responsible for The Matrix. And, you know, that's all I needed to know about this show to sit down and watch the first episode, because The Matrix is my all-time favorite movie. And this is almost better in a way than The Matrix, because in The Matrix it had an element, a very strong element of science fiction and aliens, and this isn't like this. This is just about us humans, and there isn't that aspect to it. So it's just about people here on planet Earth. And as far as I know, I mean, I've only seen the first few episodes, but it's really good. It's well worth watching, and once you get a couple episodes into it, you're really going to be hooked. But the thing is, I didn't know anything about this going into it, and it was so hard to follow when I first got into it. And I feel like just that little bit of information that I gave you will be enough that you won't be as confused as I was going into it, and will make it so much easier to follow. Just telling you about those 8 characters who are linked together. So check it out. Let me know what you think. If you are watching it, please don't put anything in the comment section that would be considered a spoiler. I feel like I may have even walked the borderline between giving away too much or not giving away enough. No, there's no such thing as giving away enough. I think you know what I'm trying to say. Just don't leave any more information about the storyline and what it all means and everything than what I've already said, because I feel like some people might feel like even I said too much, but I really just wanted to give you some information so that you wouldn't be overwhelmed and not give it a chance once you sat down to watch the first episode. Okay, that's it for today, you guys, and check out SENSE8 on Netflix, and I'll see you next time. Bye.